Hi guys, we are starting the new module within Component 2 today, which is magazines, and we're going to be looking at media language today. So um, there is some theory in this, but look at your media language theory and that will also help you further your understanding and your theoretical understanding. So comparing set magazine products. So you'll study two contrasting magazine products, one historical and the other contemporary. One owned by a major publisher and another which is published outside the commercial mainstream. And you'll explore throughout this module the significance of social and cultural context, historical contexts, and economic and industry contexts. So you can see the examples here. The historical example is a woman from the early 60s, and the contemporary example is Adbusters, which we're going to learn more about today. So, specifically looking at the Adbusters front cover, we're going to explore the photographic codes and conventions. So, what I want you to think about is these questions below. So, what type of shot has been used? Okay, is it environment? Is it what environment is the shot taken in? How does the social or cultural context affect the meaning? Has the photograph been staged or posed? And I want you to post your responses into this Jamboard. Now, this link should take you through to a Jamboard um, which has got all of the relevant questions on the slides on it. So if you can fill that Jamboard, what I also want you to do is present your own work on a Jamboard. Okay, so create your own, or you can even work in pairs. I don't mind if you do that. If you buddy up, that will help you immensely. So it's important to check up on each other, work together as much as you can. Okay. And then again, if you go on to the next page of the Jamboard, we'll think about the visual codes. So what does the subject's clothing signify or connote? How are the facial features used to help establish a mode of address? Is it direct? Is it indirect? And what mood does the image project? Okay. And there is also a terminology task here if you follow the link on the presentation. And then thinking about the masthead, so what does the title signify? And what does it say about the potential content of the magazine? What genre is the magazine? And who might the audience for the magazine be? And what does the masthead say about the identity of the brand? Okay. Then we'll be thinking about the lexis, so what semantic fields do the magazines draw on? What connotations can we take from the text? And what ideological significance does the text have? Okay, so discuss with each other if possible. Okay, if you put comments on other people's Jamboard comments, that would be awesome. Okay, and just a handy hint here is the semantic field is a set of interrelated words that refer to the same area of a topic. And moving away from the example shown previously and furthering our ideas about viewpoints and ideology. Now, it's really important that we're generating that understanding of ideology because, as you've probably noticed, ideological significance or ideology as an idea is one of the central themes that runs throughout this course. So, magazine design plays an integral role in the construction of ideological viewpoints, and Howard highlights that design is not an abstract theoretical discipline, it produces tangible artifacts and expresses social priorities and carries cultural values. So, the major question here is the magazine from the mainstream or does it challenge dominant ideologies? What does this front cover say about society? So, there are some obvious connotations here, but there is also a type of enigma created. So Roland Barthes spoke about enigmas. So what enigmas are created? What is this front cover saying about its ideology? What is it saying about capitalism? What is it saying about consumerism? And furthering our understanding of Howard's ideas, how do Howard's ideas apply to these texts? Okay, and how are they different from the previous text? So, design is not an abstract theoretical discipline. It produces tangible artifacts and expresses social priorities and carries cultural values. Okay, so are these examples tangible artifacts and do they carry cultural values? And then moving back to Adbusters, and another example, is the layout of the magazine conventional or unconventional in this example? Does the magazine have a traditional grid layout? What does the layout of the magazine suggest about mainstream culture? And finally, is this magazine a commercial text or is it something else? In what ways can the magazine be seen to support Howard's claim that design expresses social priorities and carries out cultural values? And what I want you to do on your personal Jamboard, which you can share with me next week, can you just compose a 300-word response based on what we have learnt today?